And today our topic is 3.5, think about input and output. Actually, boys, in the last class we have discussed the inputs and outputs of the computer. So today we are going to study it in detail, or you can say we are going to revise the inputs and output. In this lesson, you will learn to think about input and output. So in this lesson, what we are going to do, we are going to think about the inputs and outputs other than we have studied. Like in computer, the parts of computer, we have different inputs and outputs. You can see here in the picture, the boy is using, just a minute. Here you can see the boy is using tablet. Tablet is also a computer. Here you can see the boy is using a full computer. There are two types of output: visual output and sound output. Visual output that he can see on the screen, and sound output that he can hear from his headphone. And what are the things he is using to input in the computer? These are mouse and keyboard. So in this lesson, what they are saying, think about the other parts of the computer that are input or output. So there is one more example of output is printer. When I send you people the worksheet, you open it in your computer and you print it with the help of your printers. So the printer is an output device. Okay. Like printer, we have scanner. When we want to scan our documents, our pages in the soft copy, what we do, we put our things in the scanner, and then it automatically comes inside the computer. So the scanner is input device, and printer is output device. Okay, what about the speakers? Speaker is input or output device? Yes, correct. Those who are sending message, correct. That computer, that the speaker is an output device. What about the mic? Mic is input or output device? Think about it, boys. Mic, yes, mic is an input device. Yes, well done. Mic is an input device. Speakers are output device. Okay. Input is what do to control the computer. With input devices, what we do, we control the computer. With the help of input devices, what we do, we control the computer. Whereas output is what comes out of the computer. The computer makes the output. Input is something easy thing, you understand. Input is that which helps us to control the computer. We can give instructions to the computer with the help of input devices. What about the output devices? Output are those devices that helps something to come out of the computer. Output is what comes out of the computer. The Scratch program you used had input and output. As you people remember, the last week when we had computer class, we used a Scratch program. In this, we have done some inputs and then we have got our project on the output. So this is our best example, the Scratch program for input and output. With the blocks, we have done the coding, and in the output, the project was shown. Okay, activity. To make input, you use keyboard, mouse, draw a picture to show the types of input. So there are many different types of input. Some of them I have told you: scanner, my speaker, not scanner, and mic is input device. Whereas if you think about output, printer and headphones and speakers are output devices. There are two outputs: visual outputs, sound outputs. Visual means something that you can see, whereas sound output means that the things that you hear from the computer are sound output. Different types of computer have different inputs and output. Find out as many different kinds as you can. So when you are using different types of computer, as we have desktop computer, laptop computer, palm top computer, etc., etc. So the properties and the parts of the computer will vary differently. Okay, moving on to our next lesson, that is Hadhog game. Hadhog game. In this lesson, you will learn to control the computer using input. In this lesson, you will play a game. It is called Hadhog game. This game has two animals in it. They are Scratch and Hadhog. Scratch will follow the mouse pointer. The Hadhog will walk up and down. So basically, in this lesson, what we are going to study, we are studying about a game that is called Hadhog game, that we are also going to play. In this, we have two animals, the Scratch and the Hadhog. This animal is called Hadhog. A Hadhog is a spiky animal. If the Scratch touches the Hadhog, he will say, ouch. Look here, it has spikes. If a cat that's name is Sprite, it will touch this animal. What it is going to say? Ouch. Help Scratch to keep away from the Hadhog. So in the game that we are going to play, what we are going to do, we will help Mr. Scratch or Mr. Sprite to run from this animal. Press any key to start the game. Press the space bar to walk the Hadhog. Move the mouse so Scratch walks carefully. Choose a backdrop for the Hadhog game. First of all, before making a coding, what we are going to do in the project, first of all, we are going to choose a background. First of all, what we are going to do, boys, we are going to choose a background. Then we are going to choose the character, and then we are going to do the programming. What are inputs and output of this game? Draw or write to show them. Talk about the computer games you know. What were the inputs and output? Draw or write to show them. So basically, lesson 3.6 is about the game. So I want you people to play a ad hoc game. For the one I have search for you, I'm going to send it to you people. You can play with me the game, and then we are going to know how this game works in Scratch. Okay.